Hey everybody, Mike Jones here. I got my bus behind me. I'm going to give you an outside tour, kind of show you everything about it, and then we'll get inside and start working. I was lucky enough when I bought the bus, they gave me some newer batteries as well as over here a battery cutoff switch. So you can flip this on, that turns the batteries onto the bus. And then when you stop for the night, you shut this off and it kills the power so you don't drain any of the battery life. With any project, planning is a must. Before you ever cut anything, before you ever write a paper, before you ever do homework, before you ever do anything in life, you really need to get a good plan so that you can hopefully foresee problems or you can foresee issues that will pop up. Now, I spent a lot of hours designing how I knew this school bus was going to look until I picked up the school bus. And then things pop up that you can't plan ahead for in your own head. You can't foresee the future, where the heater is or where the wheel wells are. So the easiest thing for me to do in step one, I've got a tape measure. I'm going to measure out the dimensions of this bus. That way I know exactly how many square foot I have. I know exactly how wide things are, how long things are. After I get the measurements, the next step then is going to be going to a piece of graph paper or something and drawing it out and planning where I think I want things to go. After I get that plan down, my step two is going to be taking blue painter's tape and I'm going to measure out the floor plan that I've drawn out and I'm going to put tape on the ground. I'm going to do that so that I can walk around, I can see how much space I have between cabinets, I can see how much space there is between, say, the bed and the front, the kitchen and the bathroom and all the different parts of the bus. So you'll see me here shortly. I've already measured everything out. I've already got my design. You'll see that in the video. I'm going to start blue taping so we can see exactly what this thing is going to look like and then make some decisions as to whether or not my plan actually works. Keep in mind, there is nothing wrong with changing your plan 1 billion times before you actually start. There's also nothing wrong with changing your plan 1 billion times while you're in the middle of it. Remember, so before I can blue tape out the floor and get everything laid out, I have to make sure I remove this rubber strip and the metal transition over here because it's only 1/8 of an inch, but it makes the floor uneven and I want a clean slate before I start. So let's get this stuff ripped out. Okay, so we've already run into issue number one. The screws in the metal transition strips are so rusted and been in there so long, they're all stripping out. So I think I'm gonna have to drill out every one of these screws and able to get these to release. But again, you run into problems. The key to success is being able to navigate through those problems without giving up or getting so frustrated that you quit. You know, I forgot the most important thing to mention before I start this. That's safety. Always have to be careful. This bus, it's older, it's a 1997. I don't know how many thousands of kids it's had in here. I'm gonna be kicking up a lot of dust. I'm gonna be up and down. So make sure you have some good knee pads. Make sure you've got some good gloves. And a mask is always great. I love these RZ masks because they don't fog up my glasses. They're real lightweight, they stay fairly cool, and you almost don't notice that you're wearing them. I grabbed the drill so I can drill out all these screws and we can get this stuff removed. So let's get started. All right, so now I've got the center floor ripped out with the two metal transition strips. It drops the floor to the wooden subfloor maybe 1/16 of an inch, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, since before I put down the floating floor, I'll put down underlayment. That should cover that gap, and if not, I can float something out. A lot of videos I've seen, they've removed the subfloor and put in new subfloor. After ripping out the center strip, this subfloor looks like it's in good shape. I've been up underneath the bus. There's not a lot of rust. So to save time and money, I'm not going to remove the subfloor. I'm simply going to, like I said, put underlayment and then a floating floor above it. Now that it's all swept out and clean, it's time to put down the tape and try to follow the plan that I made and see if it's going to work and how much space it looks like we have. So here we go with the tape. So I've gotten the floor, for the most part, all blue taped out. Got countertop space on this side. It's 2 feet wide, about 10 feet long. I've got areas on this side for the couch, for the bathroom, for the back workshop area. But what I've come to realize is before I can go any further, I should probably remove these 2 seats. I'm gonna have to take them out anyway when I do the floating floor. There's holes in the floor where the original seats were. That's going to allow me to know exactly where I'm going to put the dining room table and chairs, or the dining room table and the 2 bus seats, and keep them, keep that square footage area well.